Mic check. Check how we doing on the voice side. I feel like we just went through the entire intro with no audio. So let me know if you guys can hear me out there. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Trying to see. You know what I mean? Let me see something. Trying to see if anybody can hear any audio because this is the first time that setting this. Well, actually, not the first time, but like the third time, and the audio has been like the biggest problem with the transmissions right now. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's do a see if we can't do a group test. I had a whole thing planned out, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but if you do, I was gonna pop on grind, do the introduction with grind, and I was gonna be like, oh shit, we got a guest coming on. You know what I'm saying? And then bam, Justin. Wait. So you guys can't hear me? Okay. So, good. That makes me feel a lot better. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my phone, but I'm glad that it's something wrong with my phone rather than just audio for everything. 'Cause that kind of blew me a little bit. But pretend like you guys didn't hear me at all. Then we're gonna run this back. So, first of all, we're gonna pretend like that didn't happen, and bam, we got grind time in the building. What's going on, grind?
Hey, what's happening? Hope you had a great holiday weekend, man.
Yeah, man, cool, man. And we got an old veteran, man, that blew the dust off of his mic. Microphone is now the cotton on it is now black again. It was dusty and gray. He's got the dust off of it, and he's back, guys. We got just a man 04 in the building, guys. How you feeling, buddy?
What's good, guys? What's good? How you doing? Yeah, definitely some cobwebs over here, but we're all good, all good.
Yeah,
Happy
man.
belated Easter.
Definitely, man. I was I was a little upset. I'm like, man, I had this whole intro planned out, man, and I done messed it up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, the audio's not coming through because I'm not gonna lie. The people who use just OBS on a regular basis, man, shouts out to you guys, hand claps, all that good stuff. I'm not apparently that guy just yet. Give me about a week more to play with it. But man,
We tried this. We tried this like years ago. You tried to give you're like, bro, you gotta learn OBS. Got a soundboard and all this. I ain't touched that soundboard not once. Um, but yeah, it's new. It's new. So some trials, some things that we got to test out. Are y'all there?
oh damn, I'm muted talking to you. Damn it. All right, so at least the audio's clear. I just heard it through my headset. I don't know why it's not coming through on TikTok, but it is coming through on YouTube. I went to TikTok and that's where it was all muted at. I'm like, damn, I done messed up a setting somewhere. But at least it's flowing through. Sorry about the late arrival and all that good stuff too, man. So still got some of that good stuff for you, that good sauce, man. Letting you guys know in advance, kind of like what's going on currently in the market. At least from our perspectives, we're not financial advisors. Just letting you guys know that out the gate. You can tell that by my how I control my audio. You know what I mean? That definitely does not scream financial advisor. Uh, but other than that, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and pop my screen up, guys, and we can look at this. Just the basics, but man, we're at $2.8 trillion market cap right now. It looks somewhat bullish. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the market right this second. What's your just before we kind of dive into anything? What's your overall thoughts on the market right this second? Anybody go first?
Definitely optimistic. It's looking a little bit better than what it has been. Um, Obviously, everybody's still kind of waiting and seeing, but for the most part, we started the week off this morning pretty much in the green, and uh, we'll dive into a couple articles that I'll pull up later and kind of jump into a few things on which way it may be headed.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, it's like you said, I mean, it's just kind of been that consolidation period where we're just everybody's waiting. I think we're all waiting for something to kind of send us to the next bull run. Um, so like right now, like I'm just kind of like trying to position myself in plays that I think are going to do well, whether it be meme coins or trying to just stack up some of those blue chips. But yeah, man, I just think we're like waiting for something to light the fuse. Like as soon as that fuse gets lit, like we're going to go crazy. But sometimes it takes time to get there, and we've been in we've been in the red days for a long time, so we know how to ride it out. So we'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah, man. So I think a lot of people are kind of feeling it, especially so many people got into cryptocurrency recently. I would say since like the Trump token launched, and then some of these other tokens that came after it, a lot of people came pouring into cryptocurrency and expecting big gains. You know what I mean? So then the market was good. Then it went from good to bearish pretty quick. And I know a lot of them don't understand the sentiment of the markets right now because you came in when it was hot. Trump was talking about crypto. Crypto should still be soaring right now, but there's a lot of variables to kind of make that not a factor right this second. There's some cryptocurrencies that are still doing well, even with this consolidation. Solana hasn't been doing horrible. I think Doge and probably XRP probably took majority of the beating along with like ETH. I feel like other things are trying to take advantage of ETH not having its dominance right this second and using that to kind of flourish right now. So I think that it's going to be an interesting time just moving forward, looking at especially looking at the global market cap because remember we had multiple different directions that we could have gone with this global market cap, and for us to still be where we're at currently right now, which let's go ahead and flip that up. Where we're at right now, as you guys can see, we're literally sitting right on what we were using as a resistance. We couldn't confirm it at the time that we were streaming previously, but we can definitely confirm this now as a support level now. So now that we bounced above and closed above this mark, so this is where we were kind of at, where we were undecided. We went up and above as I kind of thought that we had a good chance of doing. So my prediction was either bam, we pull down, we get a nice little consolidation underneath, and then bam, we pop. This volume decided to kind of do otherwise. It closed above our support level and then went back down to retest it. And as you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see, there's like a little tiny wick right there to kind of show that it came down and then kind of pushed back up. So this is trying to move to the upside from what I can see right this second. And other variables that I would look at, which let me see if I can just pop this up for you guys and then do it like that so y'all can be in the mix with us right this second. So what I want to do is full screen right here and see where we're at. So sitting nicely above that level to where we need to maintain above. Does this mean that it won't go back down to retest? No, it's still a possibility of a retesting, but I think that it's really good for us to see us to come down, bounce this uptrend that we've been riding on for almost about 2 years is still secured. Then we kind of cement in this this support level that we broke previously, used as a resistance a few times, and have kind of consolidated around this range now. So if you're looking at it, you know what I mean, like we're in a good position to do one of two things: either try to begin another leg from this consolidation right here, or consolidate around this range and be pushed up by this uptrend that we're following once again. So until we really break this and kind of come out of this trend, I think that it's going to follow this for a little bit. And like I said, unless something tragic comes out of nowhere and kind of happens, I don't know how you guys just feel about the overall global market cap right this second. Just looking at it as a glance and kind of seeing where we're landing at.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it earlier, and I saw something that Watcher Guru put up. Actually, I shared it if you want to, but I had to say it for later. But overall, 1.5 trillion has been wiped out of the U.S. stock market today. 1.5 trillion. Crypto has actually added 60 billion. So kind of just a little bit of a reference there on, the overall market. When the rest of the world, the stock market's going bad, it's 1.5 down on the day, but crypto's still up. 60 billion. We're able to add to it while the other markets are going down. I think that's a good sign. I think that's a good sign for Bitcoin and for crypto as a whole. Just kind of people are becoming maybe a little more. It's not as it's still risky as all get out, but maybe just Bitcoin's kind of coming into its own. And being able to kind of hang up, and not just be like if the stock market goes down, Bitcoin's going to go down even more. It's starting to kind of move on its own just a little bit, which is, for me, that I take that as a bullish sign. It's something that you can take, you can see, and you can compare it to the stock market, which is massive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was also.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, Cuff, but there was also a couple of things that I've seen today also while I was, poking around, reading up, trying to get back into the swing of things after, touching grass and all that good stuff. But, hopefully what I'm saying will be reiterated when Cuff pulls up the Bitcoin chart later. But I think the smart money's flowing back into that Bitcoin as well, because I saw a MicroStrategy, adding, I think another, I don't even know, 800 and something million worth of Bitcoin again. So, and not only him, but MicroStrategy and Sailor, but other major corporations continue to, add to their positions when it comes to Bitcoin. So when you see that smart money flowing in, that's always a good sign on the direction to where we're headed.
Yeah. Most definitely, and I think it also shows some more mainstream adoption for cryptocurrency. Normally, larger entities will be putting larger amounts of money in stocks because they're more secure than a cryptocurrency that has a lot more volatility than a stock. So now you're seeing more money kind of trickling in the direction of cryptocurrency, which a lot of that is being propelled by people strategically buying Bitcoin right this second. I think there are some people that are still buying ETH also because it's consolidating in certain areas, and then it continues like it's downtrend. So you can see people strategically buying there too. So I still think there's something there for ETH. It just hasn't had the growth that Bitcoin's had, in all honesty. But I know we've been talking about it. Let's go ahead and let's pull up a grind screen and look at these crypto bubbles. What you got on the crypto bubble side? And before I say that, what's going on, Christine? I don't want to neglect that. And definitely hit that like button, subscribe, smash every button that you can. Hit all the free buttons on the screen, guys. It's free.
I mean, if you want to hit the buttons that cost money, I mean, feel free to. I'm sure a couple of mine. But hey, Christine, how you doing? Christine's like the team mom. I used to say it all the time. She shows up with like orange slices and Gatorades for everybody's streams.
Yeah, definitely.
Always supporting for sure. So we're gonna dive into crypto bubbles. Like we were just talking about, Bitcoin up 2.9% of the day, 3.5 for the week. I mean, I believe, today around what, noon o'clock, 11:30 this morning. It touched broke over 88,000. Retraced a little bit back down to $87,558. But still looking a lot better than what it did back down this way on the 20th, and then some. So we have Ethereum down 0.4%. Still just under 1,600, trading at 1,580. Down 2.9% for the week. This has been like the shocker. Cuff and I, we've been discussing it. It's really underperforming so far this year, and there hasn't been anything really to push it forward, right?
I think a lot of folks, when it came to ETH, I think a lot of people were waiting for when they upgraded their servers and all that, and they were gonna, make gas prices a lot cheaper. And I don't know that we've seen much of any of that, or at least I haven't. But I also have not been hardcore tuned in like you guys have. So I think Ethereum has a harder uphill battle than Bitcoin and the other top blue chips.
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I think ETH has a nice come from behind. Usually, where you get the most gains are is when you're buying something that will still have an opportunity to be in demand before it's back in demand again. Like ICP is a good example of that. ICP went down to like $1 and some change to like $2 for a little bit, and then spiked up to I think about in between 15 to $20. So if you would have been buying and collecting ICP during the long range where we're sitting at $1 or $2, you could have anywhere from 5 to almost 10x your money. You know what I mean? Just from collecting over an extended period of time. Probably the same thing with ETH. People were gauging that ETH had an opportunity to go anywhere from 5 to 10k for us, reaching another all-time high at about 10k or so. So if that is the case, then that means that we got a long way to go from ETH. Especially if ETH pushes its way closer and closer to 1,000, as we're underneath that 1,600 range we needed to hold. So
Yeah, and I also seen something regarding that. Crypto Rover put it out on Twitter yesterday, and I saw low Q, somebody who I follow. He retweeted it, and it said Vitalik plans to replace EVM for RISC-V to boost Ethereum scalability. But I think I pulled an article up last week regarding it about the Denkun, and that was supposed to help with scalability and lower gas fees as well. So, I mean, they're doing everything they can to try to stay with the other blockchains, because look at Solana, and the reason why it's in my opinion why it took off so quickly is because the low gas fees, and how quick it was, and then now you have Sway, that much more faster than Solana. So
how do you real quick? How do you pronounce that when the SUI? How do you pronounce that?
I
got
Sway.
some, but I haven't.
I say Swee, but I could be saying it wrong myself.
That is a legitimate, honest question. If somebody could help me out there, I definitely appreciate that.
I think that's
truly have no clue.
Debate for a little while. I seen some people saying Sui. You know what I mean? Just everybody has their own way of saying things. As long as you got the right contract. As long as you got the right contract, I feel like you're all good.
Right.
But overall,
it's funny, Grind. You said that. I actually just pulled that up, and Cuff put it on the screen. So, yeah, article over on CoinDesk. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, it's going from where they were. You have to grow and improve, or you will get left behind. And I think Vitalik sees that. He understands that. Like ETH is not where it's not doing what the rest of the market, like Solana's and all that other ones. So he's got to do something to make it better. Because if you're not progressing and adapting and making changes for the better, you're going to get left behind. And Ethereum's like number 2 still number 2, and it's there for a reason. So you have to make moves, and I think any move possible that they could do, if they're able to make it more efficient, if they're able to make it faster, if they're able to bring those gas fees down, then I think you can start to bring that hype back towards Ethereum, and kind of swing back that way. So
yeah, when you got other competitors, I remember when I first came in, and then the last bull run, nobody wants to be paying $200-$400 for gas fees.
Yeah, $200-$300 was cheap back then.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, look at Solana or ETH. They rolled out the base chain, right? And the base chain is cheap, but it's pennies on a dollar just to make a transaction. I understand everybody's got to get theirs, right? Because there's somebody on the back end mining that stuff, or getting
and last bull run, it was, you had Bitcoin, you had Ethereum, and you had BNB.
Yeah,
that was about it. That was really about it.
Solana had its days, but it kept breaking so damn much that what I mean, like it didn't. I don't know. For me, it just wasn't really standing out to me like that. It's like okay, I don't want my money locked anywhere.
Right.
I don't want to put my money on this blockchain, and then the value moves over here, and then I can't even move my money. Like you guys saw what happened when Trump launched. Like people couldn't even buy Solana from damn Coinbase. So it was
I
Right.
was just about to say that. You know, look what happened when Trump. You know, it still had a bit of an issue.
yeah. So it definitely showed itself. But having patience is key. So I'm actually going to show you guys a brief short video on having patience. Hopefully the audio actually comes in correctly. We'll see how it goes. So you guys have seen how my audio has been, guys. But yeah, let's check out this video on patience. See how it goes. All right. So as you guys can see, the gentleman did have to wait a little bit for the things to happen. Like, did you guys see the whole video, or was it just part of it? Let me know.
I seen the whole thing, but
Yeah.
you had the audio off in the beginning a little bit there,
Yeah,
but
like that
yeah,
was
patience is key, right?
Looks like Christine saw it. Yeah, I think Christine
yeah,
saw it.
see the yeah, man, you gotta stay down until you come up sometimes, man. And that guy, he saw the chart go down, and as the chart started to go down, he was like, you know what, I still got faith in this. I got conviction. Let me add to my bag. You know what I mean? And then it went down a little bit more, and he was like, you know what, I'm good. You know what I mean? I understand the market a little bit. I'm getting a little frustrated right now. My collar's hot. You know what I mean? But we're still good right now. You know what I mean? Like we're still solid. I'm gonna put a little bit more. That shit went down a little bit more, and out of nowhere it just sent. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's literally cryptocurrencies that are gonna do that. That are just you don't think that they're doing the best right this second. They're not in the limelight right this second. They're not using a whole bunch of massive marketing techniques, which a lot of it has to do with the sentiments of the market right now. And just is that feasible and is that smart to do in this type of market to where people aren't really throwing a whole bunch of money at the market right this second because it's just so volatile and people don't know what's going to happen just yet. So I think that that's more so where we're landing at right this second. People just don't know what's about to happen just yet. So we're just in like this limbo phase.
If I saw a project just throwing a bunch of money at marketing, I don't know how I would take that. Like because the markets are what they are at the moment. I'd rather see a team behind the scenes like actually building and taking using that money to build like utility use case things like that compared to just throwing a bunch of money at a billboard to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? Like, to each his own. Everybody kind of wants to see their own thing. That's the people who want instant gratification are gonna. Why are you not? Those are the people that are in those telegrams. Why are we not pushing this right now? Where's the marketing? And they have zero post about the project on their profile. Zero been telling zero people to get in, and I think a lot of that has to do with the growth of cryptocurrencies, especially like small market caps. Like you need your community to kind of push your narrative, push your thought process out there, and if they're not doing that, then shit, what are they doing? Kind of situation, you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
you got to have that push from the community too, and people that actually like the product that you're putting out there, right? So if you have that, then people
Facts.
will reflect that you have that. But I know Grind has an article up. Let's go ahead and go over this article, and then I want to hit Bitcoin up and see what we got going on with Bitcoin.
All right, I always gotta unmute my mic, but just pretty much what we were talking about and what Justin pulled up earlier with the Watch a Guru post and how much money we saw going out of stocks and into crypto. I mean, this is pretty much stating the same thing, but the U.S. dollar index plunged below the 98 level on April 21st, falling to a 3-year low, which also catapulted gold to a new all-time high. And then Bitcoin, we saw, like we pulled up on the crypto bubbles, also showed strength, rising above 88K. So You have BitMEX co-founder and Maelstrom Chief Investment Officer Arthur Hayes believes it may be the last chance for you to buy Bitcoin below 100,000. And I don't know, what will take it for it to like well how they use it bazooka for Bitcoin's price trajectory. Excuse me, but once we pull up that chart, well, the Bitcoin has been kind of mimicking what the overall market cap has been doing. So um, I think it'll kind of trade sideways again. Like we were discussing until like something major does come out or gets rolled out or gets tweeted out. You know what I mean? So just kind of reiterating what we've been talking about.
Yeah, okay. So definitely feel that, and definitely want to pay attention to all the articles. Some of these articles are literally kind of giving you the template to what's either about to happen or what's happening currently to why the market's either going up or down. So you definitely want to pay attention to these different things. But if you let's go to Bitcoin's chart. You know what? Let's get personal with it. Let's get personal with Bitcoin's chart here. So we'll make it bigger, and you guys can kind of see that I gave us a range to trade in, which is this white area right here, right? So this is where if we got pushed back in the market, where we would have consolidated in between. So we would have traded in between this about 86 to like 87k range to having a bottom of about 80k to 81k. So that's what we would have traded at. Are we still out from this retracing? This is a weak candle. We just started the week, so this definitely could possibly pull back. We're almost to a resistance level, so we could see another spike, volume going up to kind of push us up to this 89, 90k level, and then see like a pullback from there. Now, if we consolidate on the top side of this yellow line, still feeling pretty bullish. There's still a possibility of after consolidating coming down into this range for a little bit, but if it holds above this range, then I think that we're still solid on the consolidation range that we're in for Bitcoin, especially if it's holding above 87 to 86k or well 86.5 to like 87k or so. We're in a good range. I think that when we start to go into this range here, this is gonna be like our next range that we're gonna have to like defeat as far as like consolidating in this range right here. So I'm not really like if we break through this range and actually stay and like basically reutilize this as a support level, then we should be solid to stay in this range. I'm not really too worried about this resistance level at 90k. As you can see, we completely ignored that a few times. You know what I mean? Just dropping straight past it and then retracing back up, and then going straight past it again, and then going back up, and then kind of never revisiting it to utilize it as a resistance level. So I think that we could, if we do either get a good bounce around this range or get another push to go up, it could bounce up and above this range, kind of giving us another level to kind of consolidate at. This is the range right here at like 93 to like 94k that I would be worried about like pushback at if we actually even make it to that range. So it just all depends on where we actually make it to. But as of right this second, I told you guys that down here was the bottom that we really needed to maintain. We're doing a good job of maintaining it and actually kind of exceeding my expectations about what I expected the market to do right this second. And actually being above our previous resistance level of like 86 to 87k. So definitely intrigued with the price action on Bitcoin. So could push, could very well push. It just depends on how things go. This was a good start to the week though. I can definitely say it's a good start to the week. Um, ETH is ETH is definitely looking the same way. It's consolidating around that this resistance that it's creating right now, and actually kind of create another soft level of support right around this section. So around like 1500 or so. So this needs a push of volume, or it's going to continue to come down towards this 11-1200 range. Like I don't think there's anything kind of stopping it, but I do think that there's interest in ETH. As you can see, once it gets to like certain ranges around like the low 1500s or like 1400 or so. People do have buy orders in for those ranges, and they are kind of eating the supply up around that range. So that definitely tells me that this has a demand to it, but you know what I mean. Like it's not like the main one in the limelight right this second. So I don't know how you guys feel about ETH and kind of looking at it. I wasn't expecting at the beginning of well, we kind of started to get a little bit bullish, and we were still around like three, trying to push up to you know what I mean, 4K ranges and stuff. I wasn't expecting ETH to look like this. You know what I mean? I expected ETH to hit five 6K with ease along with Bitcoin as it traveled up to 100K plus. Like I just didn't think that. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Was this what you expected Ethereum to kind of do? Just going into a time to where we had more value.
Not at all. Not at all. I kind of expected ETH to perform better. I really did. It's surprising. It's surprising to see ETH, back down in the levels that it's at right now. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't perform as well as Bitcoin, or move with Bitcoin. Even if it's a smaller percentage, but it's kind of done the opposite.
Yeah, but I
Like,
think the only thing that's really changed with the difference between Bitcoin to Ethereum's dominance right this second is really Trump and like the adoption of the U.S. and then other countries trying to follow behind his footsteps and trying to adopt, which is causing them to create reserves, their state reserves that are being created, which is buying a lot of Bitcoin up. Which El Salvador has been, I think they've been buying like a Bitcoin. I can't remember what that article said. Grind said I don't remember how many they were buying, but they're buying like a Bitcoin ever so often. So
I thought it was one a day, a
I thought it was
Bitcoin a
one a
day.
day, but I didn't want to overquote.
Yeah, I don't run with that, but I'm pretty sure I recall the article stating it was one Bitcoin per day that El Salvador was planning on purchasing. And which is also, there was another article, and I forgot which country it was. They went away from Bitcoin and they were using Ethereum. Since we're talking about Ethereum here now, they were using Ethereum as their reserve. So for them, to do that, and where the price is now with Ethereum, so is Ethereum going to have its day again? I personally think so. Of course it will.
Yeah,
It's the um, number two token there. So I mean, and then on top of that, you have so many. I mean, we didn't even discuss NFT projects, but there's so many great blue chip NFT projects that are on the Ethereum blockchain. So
yeah.
I wouldn't I wouldn't
Yeah, if Yuga Labs releases something right now, I think that they can push Ethereum's price. Like, let's just say that
yeah.
they release something that requires you to have Ethereum to be able to navigate it. It'll be something like that. But you also have to realize that Yuga Labs has their, access to their own blockchain as far as eight. So I I think that Ethereum is there. You know what I mean? Like it has like crypto punks, it has like pudgy penguins and such like that. But it's just getting to a point to where it needs to be upgraded for it to be like rejuvenated. I feel like people are tired of paying high gas fees when they can go pay a penny somewhere else and make pretty much the same damn money. Like if you go on Pump Fund, you're paying about a penny per transaction that you're doing. For people who don't want to dive headfirst into the market, you can put $5, $10 into something and kind of see what that $5, $10 does, and make a couple grand off of that. If you're lucky, make a couple hundred. If you're moderately lucky, or you know what I mean, if you're just there and getting short-term gains, you can get a 2 to 3x on a lot of different projects, even if they're rug pulls. So it just really depends on how you trade, how you network in this space, because that's how you kind of find some of these earlier projects that are being launched on Pump Fund and ones that are going to be pushed and marketed and stuff like that. So there's some telltale signs. I have some projects that are even going to be launching on there and other places that are in my inbox. You know what I mean? Trying to get coverage and stuff like that. I just pick and choose what I choose to do, like long term coverage on. Like if I really get a choice to do long term coverage, I like for it to be something similar to In the Meantime. I feel like they're a really solid template on kind of a project to like look into. And I'm honestly thinking, what better way to explain that than go into a brief commercial break that actually I hope has some audio. Let's see how this works out.
And the winner is...
All right. So I like in the meantime, I'm actually happy that the audio worked on that one. I'm proud of it. Machine's working like it's supposed to. No, I'm just playing, but that's a pretty damn cool graphic. They got some big things coming, and I honestly think a lot of people are asleep on just the in the meantime token as a whole. And how are they sleep on it? I have absolutely no clue. Not say crew. Absolutely no clue. But I honestly think that a lot of people should be paying attention to this token, and you know what I mean, kind of understanding what they're about to bring to the table. Then this price squeeze on the 3 day is pretty incredible. Hold on, let me pull my screen up without us real quick. Back that up, so you can see it kind of setting up right here. My chart wants to move, so you see the bow-legged band squeezing in. We can see that we got some positive action on this MACD. You know what I mean? We got the cross blue line on top. Stochastic doesn't look bad at all, period. So it's definitely looking like it wants to push to the upside, and a squeeze in on the 3 day chart is crazy. The momentum that a push from this kind of breaking through the main level that it really wants to break through is that $1 million market cap. It breaks past that $1 million market cap. It has a nice runway to run to about 1.5 or so before it really hits any real resistance, and then from there we got another barrier like 1.7, and then it should push to about 2. And it depends on how much steam we got, man. They're building up a lot of money over there for the mining protocol that they have, and a lot of other things that they have going on, guys. So you definitely want to pay attention to this one. If you do get left behind, it won't be because it did not have proper representation. It won't be because somebody didn't tell you guys. This is my personal opinion, and I'm not even really more so a marketing push. This just really seems like a well-structured project for people to want to kind of dollar cost average in while it's underneath $1 million, because if this goes to $1 billion market cap, which for most projects is a far-fetched dream, I'm not gonna lie to you, but they have an all-star team that's done it not once but multiple times as far as pushing projects past $1 billion market cap. So, and then the people that they have in the background for the mining team and Larry and all of those good folks in the background, man, they got some real heavy hitters back there, and heavy hitters do not support projects that they don't see having a long term. So.
And they have like each letter in ITMT has a meaning, right? And we're not like all of the letters haven't been dished out, and we don't know. There's like one more.
Yeah. So we got another
Yeah.
one that's still got to get announced. So it's still some mystery behind this project still. Plus the they've already released that they're going to have a shift. What type of shift they haven't released just yet, but there's still an additional utility out there. They said that they're going to be shifting, and this is not the only like thing they're going to be putting out as far as like gaming wise. We're just at the tip of the iceberg right now.
And that tab game, I mean, if you want to get into a project and like literally put nothing into it, all you have to do is jump on that tab game and tap away, and you can create a bag that way.
Yeah.
It's wild. I like it. I bought some more the other day when you had Mr. T on. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw another $25 at it or something. I don't remember what it was.
I was just about to say, marketing. You're talking about marketing. Don't leave out Mr. ITMT himself. You know, he's out there, you know, promoting, getting in real life people. Where's he from? Australia, I believe he said, right? Sydney or that area. You know, he's out there on the streets, you know, like feet on the pavement, trying to bring people into Web3 and crypto. And he's out there working for his bags that way. Not just sitting here tweeting on on X or anything like that. He's actually out there trying to get real life individuals, to open up a wallet and look into ITMT if they're not in it. Some people are in it, but also, you fast forward back to uh, not this past Friday, the Friday before that, and they had the X Space, right? And they had 100,000 deployed to mining, and then they had another 100,000 that was being wired last Tuesday, and then they got another 600 to 800,000 coming within the next week or two. So I mean, on top of corporate structures and institutional banking they were talking about. I mean, it's so much packed into one meme coin, so to speak. There's so much utility.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that people's main interest right now is that they don't see the chart moving right this second. It's consolidating, but a lot of things are consolidating. The market's not the best. It's not a whole lot of volume pushing, but this is consolidating in a nice area and actually building around the area, which is solid. A lot of people don't understand that it's maintaining, it's building, it's getting interest from other like larger traders, which is good. People are actually, if you think about it, if people were putting the amount of money that they were putting like towards the mining pool, and some of them out of their free will, just because they want the project to do well, as they said in the space, it's on a recorded space. But if they would have put that money into the chart, we'd already been in like in between, I think like a 10 to, I think in between solidly in between a 10 to $20 million market cap at this point. Like if there was no mining protocol and there was just people that were just like they just wanted to put the money into the chart, you know what I mean? But they're not. A lot of the people who are putting large sums of money are not looking for immediate gains from that money that they're putting in. They know that there's a long term to this. They want it to be successful, and I think that's their main goal at this point, which is that's really solid to see. You know what I mean? No lie. So
And real quick, like if it goes to a $10 million market cap, that's a 10x.
yeah,
That's a 10x from a little over a 10x from right where we are right now. So I got time for 10x's. I got time for more as well.
yeah. And then you got stuff like this. So just from the outside looking in, this could be a little bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? For some, you know what I mean? Just looking at and trying to digest all of this information, and then kind of understanding that the center of it is in the meantime. You know what I mean? Like revenue is being created from multiple different revenue sources, which is beautiful because usually when you only have one, you're limited. You're limited on how much you can spend. You can limit on how much you can market. You're limited on how much you can move and build on your project as a whole. If you have multiple sources of revenue, you're able to build in multiple different places. You're able to build multiple different things at the same time. You're able to scale the business as a whole, add more employees. Like there's just a lot more that you can do with having multiple revenue sources. And pretty much what they're showing with this diagram here, with the multiple revenue sources, they help the production of the actual brand itself as they try to grow bigger and kind of shift the meta of what they've created with a viral meme of this ticking clock, and kind of push things into a generally different direction. But what you're looking at is like the if you look at the setup of what they got, so the TikTok swap, you have fees on the TikTok swap. Those TikTok swap fees go to buyback and burns, and of course, just overall like the referral fees, probably. You know what I mean? It's just the build out of the company itself. So you got that going back to buybacks and burns. So just keep in mind about that percentage, and then you have the tap game that actually gives you a little bit of revenue, which you actually have to go through and do these different tasks, which actually give you tokens, which the tasks are for you to hit up their social media platforms, which their social media platforms are tied into them using the revenue for buybacks and burns. So you're using the tap game as more and more and more and more thousands of people start using the tap game. Thousands of people start going through their social media and actually viewing the videos because it's a part of the things, or just viewing the videos because they want to see more about the company itself. That revenue gets put back into the chart. So then the mining is like the bigger portion of it for me, because that's, like Ryan said, that's a large number that we're getting to. We're getting really close to $1 million in revenue just for the mining protocol itself, which is pretty damn nice. You know what I mean? With 100,000, they were looking at a 10% split of about 10K per month, I think is what the number was. So I mean, you guys are, I don't know if anybody's too math savvy, but if we get it to $1 million monthly as far as like the mining protocol, just for inside of the mining protocol, and we're bringing in 10% of that revenue, it's $100,000. That's allocated essentially towards like buybacks, burns, shit like that. So that's nutty. You know what I mean? Like portions will be, of course, go towards like the business itself, and I think that's just their portion that they're giving out to investors, so you can do their own calculations, and then they're still like taking care of investors that have like seed invested into the project also. So
Yeah, and don't forget about the fact that you could play the tap game and not spend a dime. You could try it out and see if you like it. On top of that, you could refer a friend and get more ITMT for you. So plenty of options to definitely make some serious gains with this one.
yeah, if you guys are seeing me, oh yeah, actually I'm not on the screen. You guys can see me. Yeah, you guys can see me looking weird. I'm like, where the fuck is the audio coming from? Out of nowhere, I just heard grind from like two different audio sources. I'm like, what the? Can you guys hear an echo from him or no?
Probably. How about now? Better?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. How did you just randomly come through my computer? Are you controlling this, B? Because you just turned it off.
I tapped in.
Oh my god, yeah, but nah, you definitely
No
want to pay
pun
attention.
intended.
You definitely want to pay attention to this diagram. As you can see, the referral programs on there, the community's teaching people how to actually like trade and read the sentiments of the market. There's a lot coming with this project. Not to mention that if they're maintaining the charts. They're doing it in small increments, but they're still pulling up money from multiple revenue sources, and those multiple revenue sources are going to continue to like push the chart up, and eventually we are going to have supply shock, especially if they continue to buy larger amounts of the supply underneath the $1 million market cap, especially with the sums of money that they're going to have. So it is definitely going to be interesting, and then them working with banking is crazy to me, and kind of legitimizes the once meme token that's kind of like switching this meta damn near to like a utility token almost, with like a meme aspect added to it, kind of like a Shiba, if you will. You know what I mean? Something that's still around to this day. So, and what's Shiba at right now as a market cap? Anybody got that up top there? Let me see. Let me see this value.
It's 7 billion.
Yeah.
7.2.
Yeah, 7.2.
Yeah, 7.27.
With a B. With a big B, guys. Billion.
Right.
So just the potential. If this first of all, we got a small audience right now. Everybody's getting fucking yachts. I can tell you that right now. Like, if you're rocking with me right now, you just got a goddamn yacht if this shit goes to 70 million. Like, yacht gang for real. Like, we're gonna, like, the only rule for you having your yacht is you have to park your yacht real close to where the other yachts are, so we can be the yacht club and take over an entire area of just multiple yachts just in the area. I'm trying to make some noise.
Sign me up.
Right.
You can meet me down in Miami.
Sign me up.
Right where what is it, Dare? How do you even pronounce that club at the Hard Rock that that ITMT has some nice collaborations possibly with, or it actually has collaborations with, and you saw them, if you go on their X account, you could see them, being advertised right there poolside.
Yeah, definitely, man. And they were having a blast. Having a blast over there, man. Like having a good time, and the advertisements were going. I'm definitely one. So I'm sitting there having a drink. I'm like, what the hell is this clock ticking? I might scan the QR, which could get me interested and kind of bring me to different places. Same thing with Mr. T doing the TikToks, man. It's light traction right now on YouTube and TikTok for cryptocurrency, because the market hasn't really broke like that. So once the volume pours in, like I was saying on that stream, like there's going to be a lot of people searching crypto on TikTok, crypto on YouTube, and they're going to be looking for general videos, and they're going to be looking for videos on cryptocurrencies that are at an early state that they can possibly make some gains on. So this is a perfect template for that. And with them kind of setting down roots on TikTok and, you know what I mean, going to be consistent and kind of doing the things that they're doing, I think that they have a really good leg up to move in the market, because a lot of people are going to be searching on TikTok for information. They're definitely going to have a lot of different people putting out in the meantime stuff, especially if that, like Saitama, people were volunteering information that nobody ever needed ever in life because they made that much money, and Saitama made them that much money. They would literally stop you in the mall. Hey, have you ever heard of Saitama? I'm sorry to bother you. I know that you're leaving out. I'm just gonna go change my child's diaper. Well, if hold on a second, they won't get a rash if you hear this statement. It takes 30 seconds. Saitama has, you know what I mean? Like they were literally, people were stopping people on the streets and like, bruh. Like there was one dude, I can't remember his damn name, but he had a Saitama suit that he used to wear to work, do videos and shit in. Like I don't know if anybody remember that, but like it got critical. When you make people a lot of money, the things they will do to continue the process and like just make things go better. It's crazy.
That word of mouth, good old word of mouth.
Yeah,
It was wild. It was wild.
nuts. The people who howled in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of people that knew about Saitama in Vegas, especially in MGM. I don't care what anybody says.
Everybody.
The people howling, the everything, dude, it was crazy. So
We took over the MGM Grand.
yeah. So it was fun times, but from what I'm hearing and from what I'm reading on the roadmap, if this token is as successful as I think it can be, we may have a round two. Grind time's gonna
I got time.
up.
So does that mean we got to get like Flavor Flav, and we just all rocking our clocks around our necks, or?
That's interesting. I think that I think in all honesty, I got time for that. If they made me some good money by that time, I would show up with a goddamn. But I might get a gold clock. You know what I mean? Rock it.
Be like John Cena-esque where it spins.
Yeah, you gotta get it like a thick ass Cuban or something. Yeah, I got time for that though. But Grind, you're gonna have to come out. Justin knows he has to come out, so it'd be a full event, man. We'll definitely have some fun with it.
I'm not scared to show up. I'll pull up anywhere. It don't matter. Vegas, London, Dubai. I'll pull up.
Yeah, definitely got my passport. Need to utilize it. So please, somebody give me a reason.
I'm trying to get more stamps.
Yeah, it's time.
You get one, it's like crack. You get one passport stamp, it's like crack. You need another one.
It looks like I got some work to do.
Yeah, man. So you got to get ready for that, man. But in the meantime, seems like it's gonna be one of those tokens that kind of pushes and stays around for a bit. So I got time for that. At the very least, I think they can be successful at hitting their $1 billion goal that they're trying to reach. It sounds far away, but once momentum starts building up and people start buying in, it happens so fast, my boy. Like you go from waking up and looking at your wallet to $10,000 to $30,000, $40,000 in your wallet with complete confusion, refreshing the wallet, force closing it and opening it back up to make sure that it's real. Like, yeah, like this market.
That's a real thing. That is a real thing. Like my wallet is glitching. There's no way. Oh no, that's real.
Yeah. Like,
Mama, we made it.
Like you go look at the chart and there's just like this one green candle that's just straight up and it's just like, oh yeah, like this is really real. You know what I mean? So like it moves quick, so you want to situate yourself and get in position early. So there's people still in the meantime buying a Forso, you know what I mean? Which Forso right now gets you about 600,000, which is about $600 or so. So not bad at all, man. Once you get closer to those M's, that's when you're I'm not gonna lie to you. That's when you're gonna make some significant funds there, because a million tokens is about 0.1 of the supply. Yes, 0.1 of the supply.
Need to step my game up. I need to start tapping more.
Definitely, man. Get into the game. But yeah, man, we're knocking on about an hour now. So has been a lovely screen. I actually did even create or recreate the wrap up screen. So once we actually get active, there will be chats that actually go here on the side. Nobody seems to like me right now, so nobody's chatting. So eventually somebody will like me. So we'll be there. You know what I mean? But we got the in the meantime advertisement. I love this little guy. He does his thing, kind of chills out, kind of rocks with us for a little bit. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, concerns, thoughts, or last minute charts you guys want us to look at, drop it in the chat. If not, we have appreciated you guys coming out, man. And I'll let Justin and Grind wrap up here.
Yeah, man. As always, had to get the cobwebs knocked off of the old soundboard and all that, the microphone. But man, I'm back. I'll be back. You'll see me multiple times this week and moving forward as well. So I'm gonna leave you like I used to always leave you. Two things in this world you can control at all times: attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110%. Love y'all.
Yeah, and I appreciate everybody coming out, like always, showing your support. We'll be here tomorrow night, Real Deal No Pickle.
Yes, sir.
Not on stream, but we'll be on X, and then midweek market check on Wednesday, and Friday to finish off the week. Thursday's the mining for profits, not coal. So you know where to find us: YouTube, X. Now we're streaming on Twitch and TikTok.
Yeah.
So you can find us all on multiple platforms, and I gotta go catch the second half of the Knicks game. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. So anybody out there that said boo, you're reading my thoughts. No, I'm just playing. I appreciate you guys for coming out. My goal is to hopefully do some gaming content also, since I'm using this platform. I may or may not be able to get these gentlemen to do some gaming content. Both of them do game. So we'll see if that is not going to be structured like this at all, period. I am possibly going to rage at several different things. You guys will get to see why I say I shot that guy, but I did not get the kill for it. So we're gonna be able to rage together. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be.
I don't ever rage. I never rage. I never rage in video games. Ever. Ever.
Definitely never rages. You would have to tune in for that one. Please do not bring your kids. Won't be the place for them. It is a video game, but just won't be the place for them. I'm sorry. Things get lit after hours. I was thinking about going live actually later when the kiddos go to sleep. Depends on how late they go to sleep.
What are you playing? Tiger Woods 2K5, 2K25, huh?
So I'm thinking I'm actually I'm gonna do some random games now. I don't mind playing random stuff, but I'm downloading stuff on a PC. I might use the actual game itself. I don't know. So it might be Fortnite. It might be Call of Duty. It might be. Some people have been asking me to play Apex, but Apex is trash bags. But
I'll meet you on Pebble Beach.
Grind don't want that. Grind don't want to see me on Tiger Woods.
You know what? I
Just saying.
Download that, but I probably won't suck that bad because it's not in real life. We'll see, man. We'll talk about that backstage. But other than that, man, we're out of here, guys. Appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. We'll see you now next time. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.